Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. Okay, seems to be working. I'll be done. I'll be ready in a second. Okay. That should work. Just setting up a bit of ambience. I'm gonna share the stream on the proper places. Mostly Discord, but I'll just be a second. Okay. Right. Right, shared. I don't think there's anything else I need to do, so I will get started in earnest. So, welcome everybody to today's stream. I'm happy to be here today. I'm really excited. I have been really wanting to do this for a while, but technical difficulties has a way of delaying things. But that is no longer an issue. We finally got those difficulties squared away today. So now we can just get on to some nice, good painting. Yes, as the name implies, we are going to be painting Warhammer and some Dungeons and Dragons minis. But I failed to neglect, we'll be including one Fallout mini as well. Wasteland Warfare is what the game is called. So that's the only one I have. I got that one on discount from the official store, if I'm remembering right. Oh, sorry for the little noise there. I dropped something. So I'm happy to be here today. I'm happy to do this. So I think what we should do now is get the paints ready. Actually, before we get the paints ready, let's get all the models ready. So let's look at this guy, the NCR Ranger. I'm happy to have him. So, easily one of my favorite Fallout outfits in the series. So, 32mm scale, high quality, multi-part resin miniature. So this is a resin miniature. This is my first time working with a first-party resin mini. Okay, so advertising the game in other places. Mini and background info on the mini. Miniature shown at actual scale. I'll have to compare after I get it open. Speaking of getting it open, I've essentially done that already. Because yeah. Just put that off to the side for now. And here he is. The NCR Ranger. It's pretty bright on camera, but maybe if I briefly turn the light off, it could help see him better. Does. Yeah, so. Yep, so that's him. Turn the light back on. Hey, hello, you Bell, glad to see you here. And yes, that is just one Fallout mini, just one singular mini. All of the others is either Warhammer and Dungeons and Dragons. This is the only Fallout one. I got him on discount from, I believe, the official website. So I just took advantage of the discount and grabbed this guy. So I'll just pull him out of his bag. I'll assemble him after I get these guys out. So they are a couple of half-orc fighters, a guy and a girl. So this is pretty good and an example of how they would be looked painted up. Though I may use this as a minor reference, but I'm mainly going to go my own way with it. So let us get this open. Well, you guys are going to have to move anyway, so just put you guys back here. Okay, so oh, forgot. Okay, let's just get this going. Come on. Now, do it like this. Almost there. Go at it from the other end. There. Got that opened. I'll just put the packaging off to the side. Get these two out. And here they are, half-orc fighters. Gonna be happy to have these painted up. And a quick look at the other two here. I have a vampire here and a human paladin, our fighter. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's a paladin though. I think on another stream, my previous painting stream, I glued these guys to their bases. So I'll glue the others to their bases. Yeah, today, even though I will be painting those 5, I will also be painting these guys. I don't know how I'm going to paint him. I'm thinking of painting him up as a Death Watch of an Iron Hands, because I recently got a brief explanation on Iron Hands, and this guy's a robot hand, so he could work. Actually, looking at this, he may actually work as Death Watch. So I'll just put him off to the side. But these guys, yeah, my Primaris Flamers. Gonna be excited for that. Yeah. And of course, if I have time, I'll also paint these guys. A couple of resin prints. And last but certainly not least, my very first Warhammer 40k mini. This guy is definitely going to be painted up Death Watch, but he's not going to be like typical Death Watch. This guy's going to have some extra details on him that evokes him having known a salamander at one point. So, I'm very excited for that. Okay, let's take a look at the comments before we get started. Thought you would like to know it is a lot easier to hear. Oh yeah, I'm glad the new camera mic's working well. I did a test listen earlier and I heard myself well from across the room as I was setting up some background ambience. He told me to... Oh yeah. Iron Hands are about those, and he told me he wanted to convert them into an Iron Hand successor chapter. That would be a pretty fun idea. Also, if the light's too bright... Oh! Thanks for the tip. I'll take a look, see... Alright, let me know if that looks better. It looks better on my end, at least. The video got choppier when you turned the light off, so you'll definitely want it on. Yeah, I noticed it wasn't helping to have it off. Yeah, so we are happy to have Samuel Reyes on here as well, so greetings. And keep holding them too high and it is cutting off the top. Okay, I'll try and keep them in camera. Yeah. One of these days I would definitely like to play Destiny 2 myself as well. Probably not anytime soon because I have other things I'm working on, but one day, once I have a good setup, which I'm saving for, I will put some time into Destiny 2. Right? Think that's enough preamble? Think it's time to set things up. I set myself up a wet palette. So that is what this is. Now, what I need to do is actually wet the wet palette. Okay, so first I'll remove that. Now, getting it. Okay. Just getting it nice and soaked. I'll pour the excess out into the water cup. Just making sure it's nice and wet. Looks like I did a pretty good job wetting it, though gotta make sure things are. Oh yeah, making it easier to compact. Okay, so now let's get this on. Try and smooth it out as best as I can here. Okay, so there's that. Now, to get some paint and gesso in there. Yeah, but so a big thanks to Samuel for providing the gesso. Was able to save some money on some primer. I will get some primer of my own eventually, but for now I am very grateful for that. Probably won't add in that just yet. Don't know if I'll use tempera paint, but I definitely have got a lot of paints I can use. Got some acrylics here, and I've got some apple barrel. Yeah. I'm going with apple barrel for my stuff. Aside from some specialized colors that I needed to buy, like this Oakfort metallic here. Okay, so then let's get a little drop of water in there. Yeah, that'll do. Okay. Now for the brush. Oh yeah, almost forgot. Wasn't really much in the way of excess, so didn't get any excess in here, so I'll just fill that up now. Okay. Put that off to the side. Let it. Been watching a lot of videos on painting minis between the last time I streamed painting and now. So I'm hoping to put a lot of that to use. Another quick look at the comments. Good to know. I'll be gentle with that gesso. Yeah, I see that gesso will cover up some details. Oh, your brother's playing on your streams, Hollow. Yes, it's always good to get your brother in on it. I think it was the stream before last that my brother and I were doing stuff together on Final Fantasy XIV on one of my streams. Okay, so I won't use this brush to... Yeah, I'll go ahead and use this brush. I'll just thin down the gesso. No, this doesn't seem to thin the same way. Okay, so starting out. Now, let's see how well this applies. Oh, yeah, I definitely see what you mean. This is going to take a few layers. While the gesso dries on these Primaris Marines, I'll definitely paint up the D&D and Fallout minis. Speaking of which, I meant to assemble that guy before I got started using any brushes. Whoops. That's okay. The night's still relatively young. Okay, clumping up too much up there. I'll have to spread that around. Yeah, I'm just looking at some of his armor details, and this guy just feels like he wants to be on the Death Watch. And between him and this guy, I'll have... Oh, I was holding that too high. Between those two, I'll have a good start to my Death Watch squad. I don't plan to do a whole Death Watch army, just a little squad that goes on misadventures. Yeah, my main focus is doing my Salamander army. And as a lot of y'all would have seen, I did that video of opening my Horus Heresy starter set. So, I'm definitely looking forward to getting that busted out and assembling and painting those guys as salamanders. Oh, something fell over. Thankfully, it's nothing fragile. Oh, this is an... Okay, yeah, makes sense, okay. I was gonna say, this guy's an empty gun holster, but makes sense because he's holding the gun in question. Oh.
It's coming along.
Oh, it's coming along pretty great.
Okay, you're laying that on perfectly.
Yeah, I noticed how it lays and I realized what the approach was.
I came to tweak your settings.
Alright, so Samuel Reyes is on stream for a little bit to make sure the stream quality is good.
So what's going on is it's going in and out of focus constantly. So I just want to disable the autofocus so that it will we can see the models.
Got it. Okay. Almost done with the first gesso layer on this guy. Then I can assemble my Fallout guy.
Alright, let's give that a shot. I think I'm probably not alone in thinking we'd rather see your hands a little blurrier than the model.
Oh yeah, that makes perfect sense. So thank you for that.
I'm going to pull up a watch over here.
Okay. I think this guy's first layer of gesso is practically done. Put him off to the side and just give the brush here a little rest. And now to do some assembling. I brought out the nippers for this. So a nice little, yep, this resin print of this Fallout figure. Almost cut him right there, but then I realized that's how he attaches to his base. Okay, I need to look at the box to understand something. Okay, I am seeing that right, so this one needs to detach a little more like this. Ugh. I understand what they are trying to do with this attachment, but it just makes it awkward to remove from the support. You know, no, I'll just keep at it. I mean, keep at it with the nippers, I mean. Okay. Try not to snap this. Come on. Come on. I'm getting it. Getting it. There. Got it. So, okay. Just need to clean that up a bit. You know what? I think that cleaned it up pretty well. Okay. I do have on hand the Gorilla Super Glue here. I also have...
Quick hello to Hollow from the other side of the camera.
Yeah. Okay, so I also have this Tamiya extra thin cement. So I think for attaching this guy's parts to him, I'm going to use the super glue. So here's his base. MFWW358B. I'm guessing that's his model number. Okay, now that he's off the base, let's clean this part up here so we can attach to it better. There. Right, I believe he attaches like... Actually, I'd turn him around. There, that's how he attaches. Alright, so let's get the glue. Just do a couple of squirts. Due to the setting this guy's from, it hardly matters if the glue looks messy or not. So just leave him like that and let him dry before I attach his arm/rifle to him. Stay in there. There. So I'll just let him dry for now. Now I'll put on some more gesso onto my next Space Marine. Yeah, I was really happy when I got and assembled these flamers. Really, as I mentioned in that other stream, I really noticed that my salamanders were lacking any flamers despite being known for their flame warfare. So getting these guys was the perfect way to fix it. And with my Horse Heresy set, I'm gonna have even more flamers.
Right, I'm gonna leave you to your stream.
Alright.
Like the autofocusing is dancing around a lot less.
Alright, thank you for the technical support. I appreciate you, and everyone appreciated hearing you on stream tonight.
It's always nice to stop by. Maybe in the very near future we can do one of these model painting streams together.
Yes, you have your Leviathan set I would like to help you assemble.
You haven't started priming this one yet, right?
I haven't. They came out white.
Okay, Hollow asked a very important question you're going to want to make sure you see. These resin models need to be washed properly before they can be painted, otherwise the paint's just going to flake.
Got it. Thank you for that, Hollow U Bell.
Make sure you saw that one.
Right. Thank you very much. Well, there was Samuel from... Be sure to follow him on his YouTube channel. When you get back up, could you put the Discord in the chat?
On that note, I need to adjust something real quick settings-wise because I don't have mod permissions to do that.
Oh, yeah, you go ahead and fix that. Yes, so you'll be able to find him on Discord, and he'll direct you to his YouTube channels. So yeah, I guess painting him will be on another stream. Tonight it's just assembling my NCR Ranger. Try not to wad it up too much. Okay. Try and save some of the details there. Oh yeah, okay. Okay, this guy's almost got his first coat. Alright, well, we'll be excited to have you back, Hollow. That's another one ready. And now I'll start attaching these 3 to their bases. This guy's already painted, but he never got attached to his base, so we'll do that now. Starting with him. Okay. Just put him there. Now for the other 2. Okay. One more that needs basing. Oh, there he is. Hey, come on. Get over here. There we go. Thank you. There we go. Now just leave those 3 to dry and they'll be... And this guy... He's a flyer, but... yeah, he won't be able to attach to his base normally, so what I'm going to do with him is get some scrap parts and use these as terrain pieces for him to stand on. Okay. So, let's see what I've got here. I don't know if this is a crayon or plastic, wood, whatever. Also have these beads I can make use of in this busted piece of plastic eating utensil. I think I can make this work. Okay, I think I know how to work with this. Gonna have to cut that utensil in half, so I'll do that real quick. Oh! That just went flying everywhere. Okay, one part's on the floor, the other I'll have to go hunting for it. But I only need one part for tonight. Okay, so take this piece of hardened clay. This here. I think that'll work. Okay. I'll start by gluing... Hey, where'd the glue go? Ah, there it is. Start by gluing this on here. Try and keep it off my fingers. Try not to move it around too much. Okay, so this part will go somewhere right. Actually, I'll glue this directly onto the foot. Okay. Okay, think that's good. I'll put these off to the side and this one over here so that doesn't fall off his foot while it's drying. Okay, and I think it's once again time for some priming. But before I continue, I'm going to prime with some details on here that got neglected, but I'm going to take a dry brush approach to actually just how I've been doing it will be enough. So just prime on some of those details that got missed since the last time I worked on this guy. The way this goes on actually makes for kind of an improv dry paint, at least for like initial layers. He doesn't need too much prep work before he's ready for painting, but I might as well take care of it now at this stage before I move on to the next stage. More on that arm there. In and under the hands. Okay. I feel like this guy is, for the most part, ready. Just get all the excess off of there. Just set him off over there and work on the next Primaris Flamer. Okay. Before I continue, I need to grab a piece of paper towel to wipe that off. Okay. First up, grab this, wipe here so it doesn't interrupt the seal. Just okay, give it back its shape. There we go. Now back to priming. Okay. Yeah, doing a lot of priming this. But that's okay, it's an important step. And plus, in the long run, we'll see how gesso works as a mini primer. I'm looking forward to the results. Yes, and please join the Discord. You'll get more updates on this channel, my gaming channel, and both Samuel Reyes' gaming channel and his art channel. And also, other YouTubers who make our Discord their home will share their content there as well, so be sure to check them out as well. Such as Harlow Ubel, who's been streaming Destiny 2. So, he's someone worth checking out as well. I really enjoyed watching his streams. Think I thinned that too much. Oh well, I'll just add in some more raw gesso to that. Okay. Don't want to get it too chunky because I don't want to lose those details. But like Samuel Reyes said in the chat, Okay, this one's almost ready with his first layer. After all these Primaris guys get their first layers, I'm gonna start painting up my other models. Okay, this guy's ready. Have 3 more Primarises to go. Put these guys back. Before I continue, I'll check up on this guy's foot. That seems to have attached really well. The base here is also attached pretty well. Think it's time to put this guy on here. Okay. Just need to find a good angle to put him on. Yeah, think that's good. Wish I had a pen on me, I'd mark it. Just have to go to do it like this. There we go. Plenty of glue. Leaving nothing to chance with this guy. Plus the excess glue will add some texture. Yeah, the back of that foot needs more glue. Again, I want to leave nothing to chance. There we go. Now let's put the cap back on here. I guess I'm gonna have to hold him for a bit. But while I'm doing that, I'm just gonna add a bit more gesso on some spots of him. That's clumping up a little too much. I'll try and draw that back with some more. Yeah, there we go. That's helping bring back those details. Plus, when it's done drawing, all those extra details will be there too. It will be back too, and it'll be properly gessoed. Wish I had one of those sprays that makes super glue work faster. Maybe I'll put that on a shopping list. What? Think I'll just attempt to just sew up another guy. Yeah, yeah, that ain't going over too well. Okay, he's holding on pretty well. Now just gently place him here with his Primaris brothers. Between the base, between the rock, the improvised rock and like debris I'm having him sit on and his general bulk, he actually scales pretty well with those Primaris flamers and Death Watch guy. So now I can get to this guy in earnest. any of you people care for like painting on the primer on camera, please let me know, and I'll factor that into future streams. Yes, I want this to not just be a fun experience for me, but for you guys as well. Me, I can go either way. I do enjoy priming them on camera, but I would also be okay with priming them off camera too. Either way is fine with me. So in those situations, I try to defer to what the viewer wants. Though I do try to do what I feel is the most fun for me, typically. Okay. That gesso just knows how to go everywhere. Though I think it'll help add to the greater effect. I'm liking the way this gesso applies to the figure. It might even add some interesting texture to the paint job too. Okay. There. Another one. Yeah. Okay. Almost done with the Primaris flamers here. So, I've been reading my copy of the 10th edition Leviathan rulebook, and I'm hoping to get started on the Horus Heresy Age of Darkness rulebook. And I read a huge chunk of my either 9th, I think it's a 9th edition Salamanders book. So I've been really enjoying what I've been learning about the 40k universe. I'm really pleased at how it's really teaching you the very basics of the lore from just the rulebook. And I've been enjoying the focused learning on the salamanders from the codex. So I've been really happy and excited to get these guys painted up. And for those of you who saw the trailer for the new Warhammer Plus series that's coming out early next month, I am very excited for it, because it only has one Space Marine in the whole thing. I don't know if it's a series or a 40-minute special, whatever, but it's a salamander, and it looks like his focus is keeping a civilian family safe from the ravages of the world they're on. Like, the main armies fighting are going to be some Imperial Guard, the Sororitas, and all of them fighting against the Necrons. So, I have really been looking forward to that since I saw the trailer a few days ago. That's just a good time waiting to happen. I don't know if I'll be able to watch it on launch because it'll require subscription service. Maybe if they have a free trial I'll do that, but as of right now I just know that I'll just have to be excited until the day comes where I finally get to see it. Almost done with this guy. Oh, too close to the mic. Got it. Thanks for letting me know. Oh, and also my mic settings on OBS are a little high, so I'll try and bring that down. Okay, a little more. Okay, that should be better. Yeah, it was up all the way, so that probably had a lot to contribute with it. So if it's still too high, I'll try and bring those settings down some more. Oh, too quiet now, huh? Alright, I'll bring that up. Alright, how about now? Can you hear me now? Okay. Just need to get under the arm there, and this guy will be done. Just to get the excess off on that guy. I think this guy is also ready. Now to put him off to the side. Get started on the next one. Okay. That's good to know. I'll just try and sit up straighter and try not to bend in too much to see. This guy's little rock by his foot. So I'll just gesso that in real quick. Now that's actually molded into his foot. Nothing wrong with that detail. Could be his lucky rock for all we know. Oh, excuse me. Okay. There we go. Definitely gonna need to order some nail files to help file down the plastic. I looked in my experience with using metal files on plastic shows it can really scratch up the plastic a lot. So regular nail files, the cheap ones, do a much better job. So I'll be getting those in the near future. I shouldn't need them too much for the coming stuff, but you never know. Oh, already had some metal nail files, but, not nail files, metal files, but thank you very much for that. As fast as he comes, he leaves just as fast. Okay, almost done. Then I can do some actual painting on my D&D figures, and this guy, and that guy when his super glue dries. Almost done. Oh, kind of pooling up right here. I'll try and spread that out some. Try and put that extra detail on his flamer here. Oh, he has a seal on his flamer. I didn't realize that. Okay, I think that is all of them with their first layer of primer. So that is, I'm pretty happy with that. I'll put on another layer. I think, if I remember correctly, probably said it in the chat, 3 layers should be the minimum of what I need. Possibly 2. We'll see what it looks like at 2 layers, and if that doesn't look like it'll be enough, then we'll do a third layer. Trying not to get water all the way down. You want it about right here, because if it gets down in there and too much in there, it'll cause the top to spread open. So far that looks good. Okay, put that off to the side. I think now's a good time to take a swig of Gatorade here. There. Now that that's done, let's check on these guys. Yep, this guy is securely based. And these two are also based securely. So that's good. I'll check on him a little later, because I feel like his glue's more clumpier than the others, he's gonna need a little longer to finish drying. Okay, but next is these guys. Yeah, aside from this guy who I had to prime myself, these 4 were pre-primed. So, I don't need to prime them. I can just get straight to modeling. I can get straight to painting. Okay. So, probably going to do him up in red and black, some white, some grays, and maybe some whites here and there. Some grays, if I didn't say that already. These two, probably some browns, greens, or light greens, because they're half orcs. Maybe have a gray undercoat. So, and trying a thinner green layer on their skin. And this guy, I think I'm going to do him up in gray first, and then just build up his colors from there. Okay. So, first, I do have this tempura. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to test tempura. I'm going to put on both this. That'll be enough. Already I can see it probably wouldn't work so good. And if I can reach it, just straight up black from Apple Barrel. Did you get him? Oh, wait a minute. I skipped some. In the shadows. That's right. Oh, you're fighting a boss. Well, I hope that boss got what was coming to him. Okay. Okay, good. Come on. There we go. So, I have one tempura and one acrylic. Acrylic apple barrel. Just get some water on here. There. Get some on the gesso side as well, because I'm sure I could use gesso as a white substitute, and I put on a lot of that, so I don't want to let it go to waste. Okay, so let's give it a try. I'm just gonna get some straight up tempura on its own and run it on this guy's cape and see what happens. This is pretty interesting. I feel like tempura will work much better as a wash than it would as a straight up paint. So yeah, I think that's what I'll use the tempura paints for. I'll use them as a wash. So that's good to know. I'll let that dry. And now and now for the actual acrylic. I'll be sure to thin it down properly. Okay, let's add a little more paint to that. Okay, let's test it out on here. Up a little more paint. Yeah, maybe needs a little more thinning, but I think a bit of literal thinning and thinning in the sense that whatchamacallit, of thinning with water. I think that should help. Okay, so yeah, if we were on a smaller area, I'd be less inclined to experiment in that regard. So I'm gonna spread some of that out. Okay, let's get on the underside of the cape too. Try and get the excess off of here and spread it around. Okay. Bit more black. There we go. Get this arm. There. Nice to have a nice painted vampire mini. Yeah, I'm liking the way he's coming out. He'll definitely need some additional layers, but starting out, this looks pretty good. Just getting all those details picked out. Right, I'll set this guy off to the side here. Just to double check this guy real quick. Okay, good. I think he's properly prepped. The tempura is not dried. We'll just spread it out some more. I may not even wait for the tempura to dry, but regardless, I'll do her next. Okay. Real quick, I need to check on something. Oh, move this bag out of the way. Did I drop my phone somewhere? Guess I'll get up real quick and look. Oh, before I go, I'll put this down. It's empty, but I'm sure I can kit bash something with that. Excuse me. Alright, so just had some opinions thrown my way, and they're pretty good ones. I'll try and focus. It's like I'm just gonna try and base it, do a second basing in black with everyone, then I'm gonna focus on one to really pick out in detail. Yeah, I won't overdo it with this, with doing this second base layer. I'm actually liking how it's coming out in this regard. too thin. Maybe not thin enough? I'm still getting the hang of thinning my paints. The apple barrel paint behaves very similarly to the gesso. And if that's the case, then I think I'll definitely be able to figure out how to work with it. Almost done with this one. Then I'll set it aside to dry. I may try to get the vampire painted up tonight. Yeah, if there's only one I'll try to get finished tonight, yeah, it's probably going to be the vampire. Okay, too thin. Liking the unintentional splatters I get with this. I am in the end covering them up, but that'll be something to remember going forward. This guy's almost ready. Let's try and thin down that face. Okay. Take better care of these brushes. Okay, this guy's ready to be set to the side. Do this guy next, then I'm gonna try and get that vampire painted up if all his paints are done. Do that big shield. Yeah, this guy has a feeling of I'd like to see him actualized in a game like Final Fantasy XIV or World of Warcraft. He just has that heroic vibe to him, like he's ready to come and save the day. Just a little more, then he'll be ready for the then he'll be ready to just sit down and I can start focusing on one guy. Okay, now the back of the legs here. accidentally hitting the light there. Come on, get in there. There we go. Okay, that is that. Now I shall focus on the vampire. Okay. Nope. Oh, he doesn't seem to be done in places. Guess I'll have to let him dry a little bit longer. Yeah, I was hoping to just get started on him now, but yeah, that's how it goes sometimes. Just put those guys off to the side. Gonna test this guy's stability. Looks like his paints have dried pretty well. Not his paints, his glue. Use this to kind of, there are spots where it's not quite done yet, but yeah, as of right now, as far as getting him in place, he definitely seems like he's done. He's done enough to where he won't fall over. But yeah, I'll wait for him to completely dry. I may have to just give him the rest of the night off. But with that, I think I'll work on this guy. It's like everything's dry on him. All the gesso I put on him is dry. So, time to get him done. So, I think I'll... So let's get some paints. This is a poster paint, so I'm gonna see how this reacts and how it differs from acrylic and tempera. So let's see how that goes. Just get some water on here so I can use them to thin. Okay, so oh wow, thin, it actually makes a good wash. What about if I just go at it without thinning? I'll do on the side of this rock. Even without thinning, this poster paint looks like it'd make a good wash. Huh. The things you learn. Definitely feel like I got my money's worth out of these paints that I bought for other things and end up using for something else. So, just gonna give this guy a complete washing of poster paint. Watered down, but still. Yes, so instead of buying expensive washes, I think I'll just get temporas and posters. Be more economical, and I'd still get the effects I'd liked. Yeah, I'm really liking how this is applying. Maybe I can pull off the slop chop method after all, albeit in a kind of interesting manner. I don't think the sword will stay green, but at least as a base coat. The back of the sword. Got an itch that I must, itch. See if I can bring the brightness down a little more. I may go darker with the cape in the end, but having this wash of green on it beforehand, I think will lend very well. I think this is definitely going to end up being a custom, semi-custom salamander. It's like he's not a 40k model. He's a custom model mashing Arthas the Lich King from World of Warcraft in a 40k style. But I think doing this guy up like a high-ranking salamander would be pretty fun. Maybe his particular gene seed got corrupted in a botched transplant process. I don't know about the lore to know how plausible that is. But as I learn more about the lore, I'll come up with a better backstory for how he ended up so different from his salamander brothers. Perhaps he may not even have a salamander's gene seed. Maybe he has a gene seed from a questionable source. But regardless, he found himself becoming a space marine on Nocturne, and that's where his moral compass was shaped. Yeah, I'm pleasantly surprised with how this tempera paint works. Not tempera, poster paint works. But I'm also pleasantly surprised by the tempera as well. I may just get a collection of temperas and posters just so I could use them as washes and contrast paints. Though it seems like I will need to pile up on the paints more for the effect to get pulled off, but I feel like that's a trait that is a trade-off for how cheap they are, and a trade-off I'm more than willing to accept. Yeah, it's working much better without thinning it. Just have to make sure it doesn't pull up in places too much. Yeah, I think I've stumbled on a good wash. I'm very happy with this outcome. Yes. Gonna try and save the detail in that guy's eye. Not like there's many details to begin with, but I'll do what I can. Now, yeah. Try and spread it around the waist some more. Definitely pick out this guy's details some more as after this first layer dries. But yeah, I'm liking how he turns out. I'm liking the effect of the poster paint. So that is very good. Now let's check on the vampire, see if he's ready for painting. Looks like he's ready. Yeah, he don't need no green. This guy, his color is going to be different. Have some cardinal red from Apple Barrel. I think that'll work. So where will I? Think I'll do his sleeves and his cape in red, or at least the inside of his cape in red. It seems to have some like robe details. Yeah, some robe details there, and maybe a sash there I'll do in red as well. Okay, well, with that in mind, let's put this on here, onto the wet palette. Come on. Shake it up. Forgot to do that with the black paint. There, just angle it there so I can see it better. Okay. I think that is sufficiently thin, so let's do the inside of this cape. Oh yeah, I'm liking how that's looking. It's making for a good, nice layer of red. I think doing that imperfect layer of black first definitely is lent pretty well to it. That spot's going to need a little more undiluted red. There. Now I'll try and do his sash here. Oh wait, there's still some cape on this side. I think I got it all this time. Okay. Now let's try and pick the sash out in red. Around here. And here. That's working out pretty well. Getting some red in some spots I wasn't trying to, but I'm sure I can fix that up as I go on. Yeah, I can pick out the pommel of here of his sword in red. Yeah, I almost forgot the sleeves. The sleeves need some red. Okay. There, so far so good. He's not really going to have red hair, but I think doing a layer in red first could give it kind of a good undercoat that could really lend to the finished product in the hair. There. And while I am thinking about it, my Sea of Stars Kickstarter reward codes finally arrived. That is great to hear. I'm glad. It's always exciting when your Kickstarter rewards come in. And for those who weren't here for that, I realized that both poster and tempera paint make for some good washes and contrast substitutes. Because with this guy here, it glazed on him real well, adding some green. I admit it's not the best glaze, he could use some more layers, but just this, it's looking pretty good. There are parts I see I could thin out some, but still, it was definitely a pleasant surprise to realize poster paints and temperas could be used in such a way. So I'm going to wait for that guy to dry before I start doing some more detailed work on him. Okay. Before I got distracted with that little detail, realized I have a couple of guys whose faces, or maybe just the one guy. Thought I had, a couple of guys whose faces, and actually three guys who one is his backpack, and the others are their heads and eyes. So these guys could do to have some details picked out in white. That's too much. Okay. Just go across like this. Yeah, that helped him. Yeah, not going to do too much on these guys. Just while I have the paints out, I want to finish these guys. Needs a little more black on him. That a little too much white. There we go. Okay, the real reason I brought these guys out is because I have some red paint out and I want to pick their eyes out in red because these guys have red eyes. Okay, so I'm going to apply it with this toothpick here. That's how I'm going to apply their eye details. But before that, I got to check on something. They just got something from Sam. I think I'll have to try that out after the stream. Okay, right. Another quick swig of Gatorade here. Then I'll do their eyes. Yeah. You can tell I'm having fun with this since I'm neglecting to take a swig here and there. Okay, so now there's the toothpick. Okay. Let's get some red here. Get this guy's eyes picked out in red. Be a little much. There, now the other eye. You need some more paint for that eye. A little much, okay. Let's get rid of the excess there. It's not perfect, but I'll just say that's from the glow in his eyes. Okay, that one needs some more too. Okay. Excuse me. Now the other one. Get that excess off with this. Yeah, not perfect. I can touch it up with some of the black here. There. That guy's done. And now, this guy's backpack. Now that I know that poster paints make for a good contrast paint, I shall use it just for that. Okay. Might need an additional coat, but I'm liking how that's looking. Alright, I'll let that dry before I try to do more with it. Spread that out some. Okay, so yeah, that looks pretty good. Put him off to the side here. Alright, Mr. Vampire, are you ready for some more? Since you're the main focus tonight. Okay, could use some more red on this part of the cape here. No. Red. That's better. Okay, I think I need to do some gray. Wash that red off. Okay, let's mix some of this white with this black. A little more. And more still. Definitely on the more whiter side with this gray. Almost there. I think that's it. Yes, that will do. Okay, now let's apply this to his hair. Let's get the excess off. Okay. Get some on his hands too. Oh, got a little too much on there. Not thin enough. Trying to pull that back. Alright, let's try and thin that out before using any more. Jeez. Seem to be losing control here. Get that off his face. Definitely want to go for more of a pure white on his face. So I do like that a lot of that color went into the recesses of his face. Okay. After I pick his face out in some more pure white later, I believe I'll pull out some silver. I think I'll darken up his clothes. Like his black robe, that is. Okay. Too much there. Let's thin that out some. Okay. That's almost. Just get a little on the back there. There. I think he's ready to go down for a bit. Okay. Take another swig and pull someone else out to work on. Okay, let's check on this guy. That's definitely taking its time to dry, which is going to be a learning experience. No, which is a learning experience when. Alright, so I think he could use another layer, but not till after he's completely dry. let's check on this guy real quick. Okay, the gesso there dried pretty well. Okay, let's take this again and test this. Oh, still not dry enough. Pretty sure I won't be able to work on this guy some more tonight. Well, actually, I think I will. I just have to avoid the feet. He will also get the tempera wash, not poster paint wash treatment. So here we go. It's nice working on this guy again. He's been just sitting around waiting for me to get back to him. In a way, a lot of them has, but this guy has been waiting the longest. Oh, must try not to hit the light or camera. Okay, gonna need some more poster paint. Try and make sure this maintains its point. Oh. It's kind of clumping up on the end. I don't know if that was from the gesso or something else. I mean the poster paint. Oh, that's something to watch out for. Put a bigger glob this time. Okay. Glad I could at least work on one beaky tonight. 3D printed, yes. A beaky, all the same. And one I am really happy to be working on. Yeah. To be careful with that tip. Maybe I'm getting some of the super glue on the tip, which would be a bad thing. And if it is, I'm glad that green paint's helping me catch it. With that in mind, I think I'll switch brushes. I've been using the same one a lot, and it's not a one-size-fits-all brush in terms of what I can do with it. Though I have been pleased with this brush. I guess before I put it down, I'll say what it is. It's a 11 item number 4050R size 2. Princeton Art and Brush Co. Yep, Princeton Art and Brush Co. Round. Okay, so that's the brush I've been using up to this point. Yeah, it really does hit different. Like this salt. I really like that this defect here came out the way it did. It makes it look like his helmet was busted open in battle and he's just he's continuing the fight with his busted open helmet. So I'm really enjoying that. All right, now I'm switching to another Princeton art. Round number 2. Is it the same size? Not that I'm upset. Yeah, it's the same size. I should have a bigger brush that's better suited for this situation. Let me check. Yeah. This is very synthetic, but for what I need it for, it'll work. Yeah. Poster paints. Who knew, right? That doesn't have too much give. I will say that against this brush. Next time I'm out at the groceries, at Walmart or some other store that carries brushes, I'll have to get like a big dry brushing brush. Even though I'm not dry brushing with this per se, the amount that, just the way I'm using it would require the same kind of thick brush. Need a thinner one for those recesses there. Oh! Okay, he's still intact. He's okay. Oh, man. That's what I was afraid of. Let's see, can I still salvage the glue job? Kind of. I'm gonna have to add in some more glue. But yeah, looks like he will at least stay there. Spoke too soon. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna put on some more glue. Gonna be more liberal with it. After I, yeah, there. Sometimes you just got it. There. Alright. Now for the liberal use of super glue. Yeah. He's done. Yeah, I'm done working on him for tonight. Yeah, because next time I want to make sure this glue stays. There. There. Right? I'm going to give him an entire day before I even consider working on him again. But yeah, we'll just take a few looks at him before we put him down for the night. Yeah. The poster paint is really making a good improvised wash / contrast paint. It's gonna need some more layers, but I'm really happy with how it's coming out. Okay. Get that glue off my hands. Get some more paper towel here. Okay. Okay. Alright, Mr. Vampire, are you ready? Okay, he looks ready. Good, go for some more pure white now. Okay, use this brush. Believe it's the same kind as the other one, just green handled. This underarm needs some more black. There. Okay, now for said pure white. Using another trick I learned online, which is to just go at it instead of like this, to pick out the detail more. Yeah, that's working pretty well. Not too hard. Admittedly, it does seem a bit chunky on the brush. Oh. I can still salvage that. This one I'm gonna have to go more straight straight on. There. Okay. Sword I'll try and do similar. Now for a bit of his hands. Yeah, don't want to lose those hand details as much as possible. But also needs a little more. Yeah, that'll do. Alright, I think it's time to bust out. Where is it? A silver. Nope. Green gold. Ah. Alright, let's try that again. Bust out some silver. Never been opened until now. Looks. That guy was. Yep. He was I was definitely happy to receive one of your first 3D prints. Yeah, ouch. Yeah, it was painful to watch him just come flying down the way he did. Come on. Wait. That's what it looks like, straight in the bottom. Then you just take the top off. There we go. Oh! Pick that up and put it back on. Okay. Well, yeah, he does kind of look like Alucard from Castlevania. Yep, the seal has been broken. Come on. All right, good. There. Come on. There we go. Shouldn't need too much silver for tonight. Okay. So doesn't have much for silver, but he does have these shin guards on. I'm guessing some metallic boots. Yeah. I think I need to put out some more. Don't think that was enough. Yeah, it's bubbled. It was bubbling. Okay. Let's try and mix that in better. There, that looks better. Though that's a little much on the brush. Try and get that off. Yeah, that should work better. Okay. Check over here real quick. Ah, someone else. Check that out a little later. Okay, so now back to this. Okay. Yeah, that's a better application. Just needing to watch for the paint coming out bubbly is something to look out for in the future. Pick these parts out in silver. So you can spread the silver around on the ground some. It's just more to use the excess than rather good choice. Yeah, I think I'm gonna need some more pure white for his hair. I think I'll pull out the toothpick for that. Just scrape it onto his hair. Yeah, I feel like that's working out much better. Okay, just a little bit more there. Yeah, I think that definitely helped out with that. I think I just need to put some more black on his cape and that should be good. Kind of had some gray mixed into that, so it's not a pure black, but I think it's pulling the effect off well. Especially separating it from his clothes more better. Found one more spot I can pick out in red. Just where is this tie-like spot here? While I'm at it, I'll put another layer of red onto the rest of him. There we go. Oh. get, wait. Okay, there. Okay. That there. This here. Let's do the inside of here again. Yep. Yeah, I'll just repick those out in black. Okay. Some black. This guy needs more black down here too. There. Okay. For the most part, he's looking done. I don't know what else I could do on this guy. Yeah. I could probably add some brown to the base, but I don't think I want to do that tonight. There. I just bought 200 raisins in Final Fantasy XIV and 300 hard-boiled eggs. Yeah, for those who don't know, you use food to get EXP boosts in the online game Final Fantasy XIV. So, and I imagine the amounts he bought his food in that he just described in the chat is quite the sum. Okay. I'll say, at least for the time being, the vampire is done. Let's check on this guy real quick. Still drying. May very well not be able to work on him some more tonight, but still, he helped me make a good discovery tonight. One I intend to make greater use of in the future. Okay. Now, gonna take a look at these guys to see how they took to the gesso. They took pretty well. I'm gonna do a little experimentation. Gonna use this brush. It's not as mangled as the other synthetic brush. I'll see how this takes to the yeah, that seems to be working pretty well. Maybe one small layer of gesso and then a layer of black. Well, if it doesn't work, then I'll just consider the black as the second layer of priming. Like, I need a lot more black. Yeah, this is an experiment of mine, just to see how well this will prime as is. It's like, if the experiment doesn't go well, then at least I know better. And I don't have to ponder on it any longer. kind of really thinning it here to get it in the recesses that the brush can't reach on its own. There. There. I'll see how well that acts as a second coat of primer on top of the first coat of gesso. So I'll just put him off to the side and let him dry. How long have we been going? 2 hours and soon to be 9 minutes. Okay, that's pretty long. The time is... I might go on a little longer before calling it a night. Yep, that's how it is with food. Let's take a look at his backpack. Yeah, that poster paint definitely dries faster in smaller amounts. Okay, I'll apply another layer onto the backpack. Oh, there was some black mixed into that. Oh, I hadn't finished washing the black off. Yeah, that's a lot of black. Glad that could have been a lot worse. Okay, let's okay. So let's okay, let's try that again. Much better, much better. Definitely a different shade of green from the rest of him, but I feel like it works for this. Okay, let's get that green off of there. Doesn't need to be on the pauldron. It's okay on the back of his head, even if it does stand out, but most people aren't going to be looking there. It's like even crappy paints have their places. You just need to know how they work and how to use their characteristics to your advantage. I had no idea I could use these lower quality paints like tempera and poster for how they're being used tonight, but I'm very glad I took that leap of faith to find out how I could use them. Okay. So let's take a look at this guy real quick. Definitely understanding how to thin paints better than I did before. So I am grateful for the learning experience. I think this guy could use another layer of thinned black paint. It's like, as I was learning about Primarchs, I heard a rumor that ties in Warhammer to Warhammer 40k. Well, it's more like a theory that Sigmar, who I virtually know nothing about, of Age of Sigmar fame, is possibly one of the lost Primarchs. if he is, then yeah, it makes some things make sense. And I recently learned they have the same chaos god, so that would lend further credence to that theory. But only Games Workshop can confirm or deny the theory. And I'm more than willing to wait for them to one day decide, yeah, that is it, or come up with something completely original for the for who the Lost Primarchs are. We may never get that answer. It may just be the realm of fan fiction of who they are and what their legions are like. But I would like to think maybe this Sigmar guy is one of the lost two Primarchs. And if one thing this theory does, it makes me want to learn more about regular Warhammer, because if Sigmar is one of the lost Primarchs, then that definitely gives me reason to learn about regular Warhammer. Yes, I hadn't heard about. I'm still new to Warhammer 40k myself, but I was just watching some lore videos a couple days ago, and that's one of the theories I heard was that Sigmar is possibly the second Primarch, to be specific, and whereas the 11th was it the 11th Primarch? Oh, he is one of, the other Primarch is possibly in a maximum security prison of the Imperium. But yeah, as for number 2, he's possibly Sigmar, as the theory goes. Yes, anything is possible when chaos is involved. I would definitely like to see how this theory see them one day give us the definitive answer one day. And I don't think it will be a true definitive answer until the Primarch in question returns. Okay. The time is... I'm going to try and use up my paints, and then I'm going to call it a night. Okay, so just going to... Yeah, this paint's getting better. This brush is getting better coverage than the other brush. So, yeah. Oh, excuse me. Okay. Yeah, though still have to be careful with dulling the details. I think I'll use one of the smaller brushes to help tone that back in the face. Get this guy, be more careful with that primer. too much there, but I'm confident I can tone it down. Whoa. Oh. Yeah. Have to be careful with that backpack on this one. There. You know what? I'll mix it in with this one. See, just to see what happens. Just oh, where's the toothpick? Where'd I put it? Did it fall down? Ah, there it is. Okay. Dig in there. Get that gesso out of that crevice. Okay. Good. Just okay. Let's water that down some. Okay, just dab some parts here. Okay. Just one more. Actually, before I say that, I'm gonna go check on the black, on the one that's completely done in black there. Okay, just put that guy down here and take a look at him real quick. Yeah. Could use some, I think I'll do this real quick. Okay. They do some dry brushing here, or try to. Leave that leg alone for the most part because it still looks pretty wet. Feel like this guy will be the first one ready to paint next time I paint. Okay. I believe I will call this done for the night. I'll take one last look at the guy I practically finished. So I'll try and add some black into this spot here real quick. Hey, come on. Work with me. I don't need a lot of black, just enough for this spot. Yeah, that's good enough. Okay, so just take one look at this guy. He's not the best, probably lost some details here and there, but I think I got across what I was trying to get across. I definitely need to get a handle on thinning my paint better. But, yeah. Then, plus, compared to the other guys, this one's pretty small, but try and get it in camera. Try and focus it. I'll take some pictures afterwards and put it in the Discord and the community tab. But yeah, there's everyone. Tonight's been pretty fun. I'll definitely wash this guy's as per Hollow's suggestion to make sure he takes to paint well and the paint doesn't flake. I'll definitely be back another night. Whether I just do these painting streams just on Monday or not, that's not sure. But Monday is definitely a guaranteed night for either painting or art or computer art. That is for sure. I'll be doing some more Final Fantasy XIV streams as the week goes on. And then tomorrow I should be on Samuel Race's channel for another stream. So look forward to that. And I'll definitely be getting my FGO counter ready offline for the event starting at the end of this week, I believe. Or, yeah, I think it's the end of, or the middle of this week. End of the month. Yeah, that's it. End of the month. So, I'll definitely be ready to stream that when that drops. So, thank y'all for joining me today. I hope to get these painted up, and I hope to bust out my horsehair C models and paint those, and assemble them, then paint them. Wish I had gotten to this guy some, but that's okay. So, thank you once again. Hopefully I'll be able to do some more painting streams, even if it is only once a week, like on Mondays. So, I'll see y'all next time. See you tomorrow for my Final Fantasy XIV stream on my gaming channel. Good night, everybody!